What's up, guys? Tanner with Every Horror Film. Hope you're doing well today. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. It's something that has always intrigued me, and that has been horror movie posters. Well, we're going to take a look at some today. I'm going to make a tier list. I've got about 35 of these things loaded up on a tier maker. We're going to take a look at them. I've got some stuff from modern day, some stuff from the 70s and 80s, even before that, the 30s and 40s. I've got some stuff from the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, things like that. I'm trying to get a good mix of things. The reason I want to do this is because I think the nature of horror movie posters is so important when it comes to a film. Whenever you go to the movie theater and you're walking down and you're looking at all the movies that are lined up, the first thing you're going to see is that poster. And I don't know about you guys, but if I see a cool poster or a cool looking image, I am somewhat immediately drawn into that. The movie might not be great, but I'm immediately drawn in. I'm curious. I want to look it up. Maybe I want to see it. And I think the art of making great horror movie posters has been lost over the past, 10, 15 years. There are some good ones that are out there, but really, it has not been up to par like it was back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and even before then, when that was just taken a lot more serious. Plus, we've got AI coming into this thing now. It's going to happen just like Jeff has mentioned in some of our other videos that we've talked. So let's take a look at a couple posters. Let's do a tier ranking. The way I want to break this down is I'm just focusing on the poster itself. Yes, a lot of movies that have awesome posters also have incredible films. At the same time, you could have a movie that looks amazing on a poster. The image looks awesome. The film sucks. So I am just grading this on the poster design alone, not the quality of the film. Let's take a look. All right, so here we go. We've definitely got a couple options here. I've got about 35 of these, I believe, laid out. I've got one of them on here twice accidentally. But hey, let's take a look at this thing. Let's see what we think. Definitely a lot of good options. We're just going to start in order and see how we go. We've got Dracula. Dracula right here, 1931, Bela Lugosi, the classic Dracula that everyone knows. When you look at this poster, there's just a lot of great things to it. You've got this old school kind of, I won't really say cartoon, maybe comic book look. It looks like it's like a painting, a pastel look. You've got the big letters that say Dracula. You've got Dracula's face, Bela Lugosi up top, just kind of looming down on it. I love the color scheme. The blue, the red, and the yellow kind of pop out really nice. It's those posters back from like the 30s, like the Universal Monster posters, they are all pretty much the same looking, but they all have their own way of really popping out whenever you look at them. I own the box set, and I've got all these things on like these little cards that they gave us. Really cool, really awesome. But as far as the poster goes, it's very solid. It's not the best. But it's pretty good, and it's really one of the best out of the Universal, and I really enjoy what they've done with this. So we're going to put it in the B range there. Taking a look at the next one, It 2017. Man, this I remember when I first saw this poster, I was pretty hooked. This is another good one, and this is from 2017. This is from the newer era of horror movie posters, and you got the red balloon, you've got Georgie there with the yellow rain jacket, you've got it on top, and you can see Pennywise kind of in the background. Typically, we've seen a lot of this minimalist stuff come out from 2018 to really now, maybe the past 5, 6 years, maybe not as much then. But for a new school movie poster, I mean, this is pretty solid. It gets the point across of the film. If you've seen the original 1990 TV miniseries, you know exactly what you're going to get, so you understand what's coming on the poster. It's got the dark background, pretty solid. Maybe not the best, but I think it works. It certainly works for me. Where do I put it on the B and C? It's kind of in between that range. I am going to go C here with this one, just because I think with some of the other ones, maybe not the best, but it is solid. It is very solid. Next, we have The Exorcist, 1973. Whew. I mean, what else have we said about The Exorcist that we haven't already said? But again, we're not talking about the movie. We're talking about the poster. Um, Cool fact, I just made a short for the channel. I just was in Georgetown, DC, where The Exorcist was shot. I saw the house, I saw the steps. I was near a lot of the locations, and just seeing it in person, it's just incredible. Truly a crazy, awesome experience if you're in that area and you're a horror movie fan or just a fan of filming locations in general. Go and check this thing out if you can, if you're in the DC area. As far as the poster, we've got Father Merrin right in front of the McNeil house. The light is shining right down on him, the street light or the house light. The classic black and purple, man, it's good. It's really good. It just gets the point across. Is it the most creative poster? No, but it hits you hard. It really does. It gets the point across. It just puts you in the mood that, hey, this is going to be a scary film that I'm going to watch. And it's an iconic poster. Is it one of the best of all time? I think it's certainly up there. For this one here, I am going to go with the A category. Man, this tier list thing is moving kind of slow. Sorry about that. I am going to go with the A here. Some people might disagree. Some people might say it's in the S tier, but hey, it's definitely up there. It's very close to S tier for me, but we have to keep looking. And here we go, a recent movie that came out, Night Swim. Now I have not seen this movie. I haven't heard good things about it either, but I have not seen the movie. But we're going to talk about the poster. It's boring, man. It's very boring. You've got a dark pool. You've got some legs kind of swimming up the top there. And you just have night swim at the bottom. It's boring, it's basic, it's a D for me. I'm sorry. And I don't think many people are gonna care or disagree with me on that, but it is very much a boring poster. Stuff like this is what is wrong with modern day art and horror posters, maybe just movie posters in general. I think I'm just specifying horror, but yeah, pretty boring. It goes in the D category. Sorry. Hitchcock's Psycho. This one from what, 1960, 1961. Yeah, this is certainly an interesting one. Certain ones that you've seen replicated a lot over the years. It's kind of got the broken image where you've got various things going on for it. I got to be honest, I might catch some flack here. I do love the color contrast, but the poster itself, while I understand the movie's great, and the poster itself kind of iconic, I got to put it in the C category. It just doesn't quite do it for me in terms of movie poster. Granted, the film itself is excellent, so it doesn't matter. But for the poster itself, not too bad, not great, not the worst. It goes kind of right in the C category for me. Another one we have here, Rosemary's Baby. I just recently watched this a few months ago. The poster itself, not bad, really kind of gets the point across. We pretty much follow Rosemary in the birth of her child and in the things that develop around that. For the poster, you got the kind of lightish green in the background. You've got a little baby carriage up front and center, and then you've got Rosemary in the background. This is another one for me. While I think the film, certainly legendary, I'll save my thoughts for a review in the future. Um, this one, it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the C category. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I think I like the Psycho poster a little bit more. It's got more going on. This certainly gets the point across of what the film is about and what you can expect. But from an image standpoint, kind of boring. But that's okay. Not everything has to be boom in your face. But this gets the point across. I'm gonna put it in the C category. The Shining. Many people's favorite horror movie of all time. The poster itself, there's not really a lot going on. Again, we're just grading the posters, we're not grading the film. The poster itself, you got the face in the background, you've got The Shining. It's kind of got that a weird distorted look to the face that I kind of like. The yellow and the black definitely pops off. It really brings out some color, draws your eyes to it. As far as the poster itself, um, you know, while it is a bit boring, I think it is also a bit intriguing with the face. I kind of like that in the background, and the colors, the yellow and the black, really pop to me. So this for me is going to be another C category for me. Um, not the best, not the worst. I do like it more than Rosemary's Baby. Can we flip those? Yeah, there we go. Let's flip those and put them in a position. I'll rearrange these if I need to. I do like it better than Rosemary's Baby, not as much as you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. This is going above Psycho. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Please don't kill me. Yeah, I really like this. I like this poster. It's very basic. I know that kind of goes against things that I've said, but the yellow and the black pop in the face and the back really kind of grab my attention. So I'm gonna go with another C category. Let's see. It Follows. Definitely one of the better horror movies of the 2010s. Pretty simplistic design here, but also very nostalgic in a way. You've got the old school car, you've got the people inside, and then you've kind of got like a spotlight on it. If you've seen the movie, you kind of get what's going on there. As far as the poster, it's okay. I feel like I might be running out of room on this C category because that's where this thing is going. I am gonna put it above Rosemary's Baby. Sorry, man, I'm really shitting on Rosemary's Baby today. This is it's an okay poster. It's very simple, simplistic, but it's not boring enough where it is, down here with Night Swim. Uh, yeah, it's pretty basic, so I'm gonna put it there. The Evil Dead, man, this one's kick ass. You've got it's kind of like slanted. It's not completely right in center, which I like. You've got the Evil Dead logo on there. You've got the girl with her hand sticking out, kind of reaching out for help, and you've got the arm coming out of the grave and grabbing it. That's so 80s. I love that. That's pretty damn cool. I'm gonna put that at the A tier list category. That's a cool poster. Every time you see it, you're like, boom, it's the Evil Dead. It just that's definitely one of the posters that you'd want to have on like your wall if you had like a collection, which I used to have a bunch. I still do. They're kind of under my bed. My wife not gonna let me have those up in the house at this time, but maybe in the future. But that poster, man, that's pretty sick. I do love that poster. Uh, yeah, definitely A category for me. Next, we've got Black Christmas, one of my favorite horror films of all time. You know, definitely the best horror movie placed in Christmas, I believe, personally. I know there's a lot, but it's my favorite holiday horror film. The poster itself, I do love the image in the middle where we have the girl in the film where she's sitting up in the attic and they've got the plastic over her face. That's a pretty sick image. The poster itself, it's okay. You have the white background. I get it. It's Christmas, white snow, and you've got the red bow, and you got the wreath around. It's solid. I'm gonna put this probably. I'm gonna put it in the C category again. I am gonna put it in between The Shining and Psycho. If this thing will move. Sorry, Psycho. I'm gonna put that in the back. Yeah, Black Christmas, solid, but not the best, not the worst. It gets the point across. It's the Christmas film. What does it for me is the image in the middle. That really makes it kind of pop. So I'm going to put it there. Fright Night, man, this is another classic. Uh, yeah, I mean, what else do I have to say? This is probably going to go in the S tier, our first S tier of the day. Going for that right there. Look at the face in the clouds. It's iconic. The clouds in the background, the stormy night, the logo at the top that says Fright Night on it. This is certainly one of those iconic horror movie posters. Definitely worth your time looking at, maybe even owning on a poster. If you want to have that around your house. But this thing pops. It gets the point across. It's very 80s. I like it. I wish horror movies nowadays took more chances like this. We're very much in the minimalist era, so I doubt we're going to get that, but this is an S tier for me. First one of the day. Scream, the original 1996. Drew Barrymore on the cover. Pretty sure that's her. Um, this is very basic, but damn, does it work. This is going to go in the, oh, I'm having a tough time here. I'm having a tough time. I'm having a tough, I'm going to put it in B. I feel safe with B. This is a very good poster. Anytime you see this, you know it's Scream, and it's different from anything else that we have on this list so far. We've got her covering her mouth, like she's getting ready to let out a scream. There's not a lot happening, but the black and white, the shadows with the blue eyes, it's iconic. It works. It doesn't have the pastel kind of color look that a lot of these other ones have. Um, yeah, this one really works for me. It's definitely a classic. People wear this on a t-shirt all the time. This is another one that I would own. I'm gonna start a wall just full of movie posters and hope everyone enjoys it. And I hope my wife lets me do it. I doubt she will. But yeah, that one's kick ass, man. It goes in the B category for me. Definitely a classic. It's not the S tier. It could go in A tier. It could go either way. But to me, that is going to go in the B tier. It 1990, the original miniseries. So we've already done It, the remake 2017. The miniseries itself, the miniseries, why am I saying it like that? The miniseries, this cover right here used to scare the piss out of me as a kid. This movie in general scared the piss out of me as a kid, as it did most people. But the cover itself, I remember owning it on VHS, and I would be scared to look at it. I would be deathly afraid to look at it. The white really pops with the red. Great contrast there. And you've got Pennywise kind of crawling out of the side there with his claws, and he's sticking out. Does look a bit cartoonish nowadays, but it really works. When you see it, everyone knows what it is. It's a scary poster for sure. At least back in the day it was. Now some people might laugh at it, but to me, I think it still works pretty well. It really drives the point across. I love the logo, the lettering here, kind of the worn up It logo that we're used to. It's great. To me, that is going to go in the B tier category with Scream. Those are both kind of neck and neck for me. I might even put this in the back. I don't know. These are all kind of three level, kind of the same for me for different reasons. So that goes in the B category. Hellraiser, Clive Barker. Man, this one's badass. This goes in the A tier for me. I mean, you've got Pinhead. He's holding the box there, and in the background, you've got the chains, and you see his bodysuit that he's got on. You see the nails coming out of his head. Man, that is just classic. And you've got the mist kind of coming out of the background, the logo at the bottom, the Hellraiser, in the red lettering. This one, it's badass, dude. It really is one of the best there really is when it comes to horror movie posters. It's iconic. I've seen people wear this on shirts before, and definitely something you'd want to own, hang up on your wall. It goes in the A category for me. I'm actually probably gonna put this above the Evil Dead. I might even, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm putting it above The Exorcist. Um, Please remember this is a ranking of the posters, not the movies. This poster, badass. I love it. Really cool. This next one, Child's Play, the original. There was most of these I tried to get the original poster, and I'm pretty sure they are. For some of these, it seemed to have like one or two. I guess maybe there were multiple they used. So I apologize if this isn't the correct one. It seemed to be the one that pop up. There's another one where it's just Chucky kind of with the knife in the background. I chose this one because it was the clearest quality image that I had. So for me, it's kind of cool. You got Chucky in the background there with his eyes. You've got a lightning bolt coming down here. You got someone falling from the apartment building. You got the Child's Play in the background. Not bad. Not bad. It's not the best for me though. I feel like a lot of the other ones are a bit better. I'm gonna put this. let's see. I'm gonna put this here in between Black Christmas and Psycho on the C category. I don't hate this. It's actually pretty solid. I think I like the other one better, where it's just Chucky himself. But this one, not too bad. Certainly a lot of fun, but not the best. Phantasm. God, I love Phantasm. I love the poster. There's so much going on in this. This is very much late 70s, early 80s. You've got the little spheres here in the background. You've got the tall man in the front. You've got the logos of the Phantasm at the top in the red letters, and then you got the girl from the opening scene over here. This is certainly a spacey movie if you've ever seen it. A lot of fun. Maybe you don't get it your first time because it's like watching a dream, kinda, is what a lot of people say. I really enjoy this one. I'm gonna put this in the B category. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it behind it. Um, I love this classic. It's got like the animated kind of cartoonish look to it, and the tall man, he's classic. So this is very much a solid tier list for me in the B range. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Is there any question? Is there any question? This might be the best. I've talked about this in the review, in our series review whenever we did this. This poster is iconic. If I could own that on a t-shirt, I would. And I probably should. I do have a Nightmare shirt on now, which this is from like Nightmare 3, I believe. But damn, dude, that poster, you got Nancy laying in bed there. She's, terrified to go to sleep. You've got the kind of Freddy's claw and his eyes up here in this. You've got the logo at the bottom. It's just the animated style of it looks awesome. And I keep saying animated or painting or whatever you want to call it. If I'm making a fool out of myself of what this technique is in the comments, please let me know. You know what I'm trying to say, okay? It looks damn cool. It might be my favorite poster of all time. Um, it screams 80s. It screams what the film is about. It's so dreamlike and awesome. I love it. It is right now at the top in the S category. Friday the 13th, the original 1980, another very good poster. I'm gonna put it here in the A category. I really dig it. It's kind of in between. If this thing will work, that'd be great. It's kind of in between The Exorcist and The Evil Dead. Honestly, I might have to put The Evil Dead one above here. Uh, I love this. It's got the outline of the killer, Pamela Voorhees, I would imagine. She's got the knife there, and then I love just the campy 80s logo in the bottom right corner. It's great. And then in the background, we've got the campers here, and you've got, the outline of the forest and the woods in the background. It's really a lot of fun. Definitely something that it screams 80s to you. It screams, I'm going camping in the woods. And I love the outline, it fitting all in the outline. That's something that you don't really see a whole lot. And they really did a phenomenal job with that. So that goes A category for me, most definitely. Hereditary. Remember, we are judging the covers because this film is phenomenal. It might be one of the best of all time. And I know this film just came out like 2017, 2018. But man, this movie was so good. So, so good. The poster itself, it's very, you know, kind of boring, but it's not the worst I've ever seen. You've got the mother and the daughter there, and then it's got Hereditary, the logo, I believe at the top or the bottom. And it's pretty basic, but it doesn't have to be. If you've seen the movie, it doesn't have to be this like outlandish looking kind of poster. It's pretty solid. It gets the point across. I love the darkness in the background. You know, I don't love the poster. It's something I'm not gonna have up on my wall or have on a shirt, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm actually gonna put it in the C category. Right, I'm gonna put it kind of right in between Psycho and It Follows. Um, probably right in there. Yeah. Sorry, Rosemary's Baby. You've just slid down the list completely. Yeah, not the worst, not the best, but it works. It works. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, another good one, another really good one. I am going to put this one here on the A tier. Man, The Exorcist just keeps sliding down. I feel really bad because it's one of the greatest movies of all time, and I was just at this location. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, very similar to the It 1990 miniseries, white background, red letters that pop out. We've got Leatherface in the background, and you've got the girl hanging on the hook, and you've got the lettering and what will be left of them. That's classic. That's iconic. I actually own this poster itself, but it's in Spanish. I was shopping at a whenever I was in college one time at the university store, and they were selling these posters, and they had this in Spanish, and I bought it because I said, why not? And it was awesome. It hung up in my apartment for quite a while. This one really drives home the point of what you're going to watch, and it's just one of those where, man, it just feels like you're going to watch something dirty and grimy. And that's what you do end up watching. Um, I will say, I will definitely save my thoughts for this movie on for the review, which we're going to do soon. But I love the white and black contrast. I love the image in the background. It looks very 70s, very, very 70s. I love that. It goes in the A category for me. Would definitely own, which I do in Spanish. The Omen, another very good one. All black background. You've got the red logo and the Omen at the bottom. You've got the outline of Gregory Peck, his wife. And you've got Damien right below him, and you've got the outline of the dog that's in the movie. We just reviewed this not long ago. One of the best horror films of all time. Regarding the poster itself, it's very basic, but it works. Just your black, red, and white. You've got some shadow stuff working there. It's very, very solid, very, very good. I'm gonna put this in the B category. I'm probably gonna put it in between Scream and It, probably right in there. I think that's a good spot. You could really put it anywhere on this B tier list. Works for me. It definitely gives you the creepy vibes of a film that is about religion, about the Antichrist, about the devil. Red, white, and black. Very classic, but it works. Sinister 2012. We did a review on this as well. One of the best movies of the 2010s in general. Maybe not in general. I don't know. It might be the best horror movie of the 2010s. Go check out our review. We really dove into that thing. The poster's pretty solid. You've got the outline of Bagul there. I would say for a 2010s poster, this is certainly one of the better ones. I've definitely seen worse. You've got the outline of Bagul in blood. I'm assuming you've got the girl kind of walking and painting it on the logo at the top. Sinister. It's kind of on like a decaying wall a little bit. Pretty solid. I'm actually gonna put this. Let's see. This is tough because I feel like it's better than what I'm gonna grade it, but there's so many other ones that I think are better. I'm gonna put this in the C category. I'm actually gonna put this after The Shining, I believe. Pretty solid for the 2010s. It gets the point across. I like the outline of Bagul. It doesn't give too much away. It's a bit different, but not terrible for the 2010s. It goes in the C category. I do enjoy it though. Barbarian came out just a few years ago. Man, what a fun movie! What a fun movie Barbarian was. The poster, not bad. It's not your traditional minimalist thing that you would be seeing in today's genre of movie posters, today's era movie posters. Red and black, it's hard to go wrong with red and black. I think maybe it's a bit too much red, but that's what they chose to go with. We've got the girl kind of walking or opening the door to the steps down there in the basement. I like the logo at the bottom, very cool. It's decent. It's pretty decent. It could be worse. I'm probably gonna put it. I'm probably gonna put it in between here on the C category, in between Child's Play and Black Christmas. I feel like that's a good spot for it. Not bad, not the worst, but I'm fine with it. Check out the movie though, a lot of fun. Halloween, my goodness, do we even need to say this? I am putting it second on the list. Um, dude, I mean, how many times have you seen this cover art? I mean, it's god tier. People own this on shirts, they own the posters, they own it phone cases, stickers for the back of their cars. I mean, you see this iconic cover everywhere you go. You've got the pumpkin, obviously the iconic logo of Halloween, the lettering, it's great. The night he came home, awesome. The pumpkin in the front, and obviously you notice on the hand, Michael's hand there, it's got like a face that's like reaching out of his hand, turns into a knife at the bottom. I mean, dude, black and orange, are you kidding me? One of the best of all time. It could be the best of all time. For me, it is just a hair under A Nightmare on Elm Street, but you really could put these one A and one B. Just kind of depends on what mood you're in. But it's definitely S tier. Night Swim already did that one. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. I wanted to bring this one in to contrast with, the original. I don't hate it. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It, despite what you may think of the film, I don't think the film is as bad as people say. But the poster, I like Freddy's smirk, but it's just very much 2010. The stylization of it, it looks kind of sweaty in a way. I don't really know how to describe it. It's the same thing with Friday the 13th, 2009, which I have on next to it, which we'll do next. It just feels very wet. I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't really pop. It's very much of its time. I am gonna put it in the D category. I think you could put it in the C. But it's definitely above Night Swim. I'll give it that. There's actually a lot going for this poster that I think a lot of people, you might not like just because of the movie itself. But you got Freddy sweater, you get the glove, the claw. It could be worse. It really could be. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna make a change. I'm putting this in the C category. Rosemary's Baby, you're going in the D category. I'm sorry. I'm done with you, Rosemary. I'm sorry. If your name is Rosemary and you're watching this, I do deeply apologize. It's above Night Swim, but I'm gonna put it in the C category. Not bad. A lot of people crap on the movie, but the poster, not the worst I've ever seen. I'm pretty much the same thing here with Friday the 13th, the remake. I think I do like it a little bit better than the Nightmare on Elm Street. Very much that same look, but having Jason in the background, kind of in the shadows with the forest in the back, really does it for me. Not the worst. It's definitely interesting. Honestly, you know what? We're gonna make some more changes. This, It Follows, and Hereditary. You're going behind these guys. You can rank these however you want on the C line, but I think they look very similar, but they're better. They are better. Yeah, they're better. I like I like the look of them, even though they are a bit too wet looking for me and too, that bluish tint kinda and the reddish tint. But I think it gets the point across. It does look very much from the early 2010s, late 2000s. Gosh. But they're fun. I wouldn't own them, but they're fun. They are fun. X. Actually enjoy this one. This is, film came out a couple years ago. You got Mia Goth holding an axe, an X, you know, not bad. It's definitely better than your minimalist stuff that you see nowadays, like this Night Swim. Um, it's not doesn't really jump out at me, but It's different. It's different enough. I'll put it on the put it on the C. Put it on the C category there. C's getting filled up, man. Jason X. Wow. Dude, I don't care what people say. This poster kicks ass. It does. I'm sorry. It really does. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm gonna put it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna I'm gonna put on the B category. I would definitely wear this on a shirt because it's just so early 2000s, but it looks sick, man. I mean, you got the Jason X logo at the bottom. You got the mask, split into two different versions on the side. Got the knife in the middle. I remember I had this on VHS, and dude, I used to just look at the covers. That's what really helped get me into movies, horror especially, just looking at the covers. I wouldn't even watch some of them. I would just look and say, man, this looks awesome. And I'd read the cover, look at it. This is going to go in the B category for me. I'm actually going to put it in between Scream and The Omen. I think that's a good spot for it. Um, a lot of fun with this. I mean, yeah, we know the movie's total shit, but man, at least the cover's badass. It screams 2000s to me. It's fun. I would wear that on a shirt personally. I might get a Jason X shirt just because of this. You guys might criticize me, but that's okay. The Invisible Man, another Universal. This one's classic, man. This just screams like comic book to me. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Um, I'm gonna put this. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the A category. I love the comic book old school look of this. The logo is incredible. The font is incredible. I love the comic book look of this. The Invisible Man in the top left. It's probably my favorite out of all the Universals. That's why I put it just above Dracula. It's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. And this movie is incredible. People really need to check this out. I know it's a Universal movie, it's older, but damn, this movie's awesome. But the poster just makes me feel like he's a supervillain on the front page of a comic, and I just want to get right into it. It's an A for me. It's an A. The Exorcist Believer. Oh boy. I can't lie to you guys. I think this poster is pretty damn cool. I think it's the best part of the movie. Is the poster itself. That black and white, the way they have it, the image kind of flipped vertically. It looks sick. The makeup isn't my favorite of the girls, but the poster itself, pretty, pretty cool. I really do enjoy it. I'm gonna put this on the B category. I know people are gonna go nuts, but I like the look of it. I own this on Blu-ray, and man, I wish the movie was just me looking at the cover, but it's not, unfortunately. I do like the way it looks, the black and white. The girls look disgusting. They look scary. Um, I think it's a lot of fun, man. I do think that the poster is sick. It sucks the movie was so bad because if it was good, I would see you could definitely put this on your wall or see some people owning this, but it's not gonna happen. Cool poster though, really cool poster. They just wasted the movie. Frankenstein, another great Universal film. This one is going to go right here on the B list for me as well. Not as cool as Dracula, or certainly not as cool as The Invisible Man, but it works. Again, you get that old school kind of comic book look to it. I love the title cards of the old Universal films. They're awesome. Great stuff. Um, but yeah, it goes on the B tier for me. It's not bad enough to go on C tier, but it's not good enough to go anything above where it's at on the B tier. It's just a very, very nice and simple. It works. I love Frankenstein's monster at the top. I love the lettering, the font there in the middle, and just yeah, it's pretty solid. Prey. I have not seen this. I know a lot of people like it, but I'm sorry, it's going on the D tier for me. It's just boring. It's really boring. I don't know if there's a lot that they could do with this. I mean, I'm sure they could have did something better, but just, picture of the girl, and you got like the green stuff on her face, the logo at the bottom. It's okay. It just doesn't really do it for me. Doesn't really do it for me. I know a lot of people do enjoy the film, and I need to see it. So this isn't based on the film, but the poster, man, it's just kind of boring. I wouldn't want to hang this up or wear it. It's kind of boring for me. Sorry. Talk to Me, another newer film. It's okay. I might throw it on the, and for me, it's in between C and D. It's not terrible, but it's not the worst. I think I'm gonna put it on. I think I'm gonna put it on the D, but I'm gonna put it a high D, like a D minus. You know, I like the hand reaching out. You know, we've seen that a bunch of times, but it works. It's got some writing on there, but that's kind of it. You know, sometimes you don't need a whole lot, and I know a lot of people enjoyed the movie. I really need to watch this. But the poster itself, you know, pretty basic. It just, you know, a lot, you know, we have what, 3 movies that are coming out in the past few years that are on the D tier list. That just kind of shows you. I mean, you've got some here on the C. You know, what's the newest film that I've put up here? Sinister from 2012. I don't see anything higher than that unless I'm blind. Probably am. But just shows you there's just not a lot of effort. Some of the stuff's not bad, but it's just not great. It's not iconic like the stuff that you see up here, unfortunately. The Mummy. Dude, this one kicks ass. I might, you know, this might go on the A tier for me. It might. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put it right here. It could maybe go up a couple notches, but that face in the background is just disturbing. And the mummy at the very bottom, the font, incredible. The logo, you've got the pyramids in the background, but dude, that face scares the shit out of me. And I rode this ride at Universal when I was a kid, and it destroyed me. It really did. So, but man, it's a cool poster. I would definitely hang that up. I kind of want to get that poster now after looking at this stuff. I enjoy this a lot. Enjoy it. It's definitely A tier. Last but not least, actually, well, it might be least, The Mummy. So I did the original, well, not the original, the famous one from 1999 with Brendan Fraser, and then we got this Tom Cruise stuff. Yeah, this is going. You know what? It might be the worst. It's really between this and Night Swim. You know, what is this? You know, the logo looks like shit. You've got the girl in the background. She's got, you know, the tattoos on her face. You got some dust, whatever it is up here. I can't get into it. It's definitely a D. Sorry, The Mummy. The movie wasn't very good either, and neither is the poster. So I don't know what to tell you. You could swap it anywhere on that D tier list you want, but I think it's probably one of the worst. So, well, thank you guys so much for going on that journey with me for the tier list. Let me know what you think. I'm sure I definitely ruffled a couple feathers, but I feel like for the most part, I put those where they needed to be. Again, I'm going to say it one more time before you yell at me in the comments. This was based on the poster design itself, not the movie. But let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know which one is your worst. Let me know which one you would put in the comments below. And if you want to see me do another tier list for something like this, please let me know. Thank you guys for tuning in to Every Horror Film Where Horror Is Forever. We'll see you on the next one.
The mummy has now been located.
The living mummy. The living mummy.
Bullets won't stop.
Some creature out of time.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
He's completely out of control.
I saw those bodies.
Is he a man or a monster?
You actually knew a werewolf in a peaceful town where nothing ever happened.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
In the mystical regions of Transylvania.